Hi there, everyone. How's it going? Happy Father's Day. Fox 35 Storm Team Meteorologist T.J. Springer here for another breakfast chat, another Fox 35 weather extra. Hopefully you're having a wonderful day. And again, happy Dad's Day, happy Father's Day to all of our dads, our father figures. Hopefully you're celebrating. Morgan and I were talking this morning about our dads and fun father memories that we've had through the years. I would say one of mine is definitely playing golf. That is my dad and our thing. My dad and my thing that we would always do, especially if we were seeing each other. I actually played golf in high school. But let me know what you're doing with your dads, if you're doing anything, celebrating somehow through the remainder of our day. Forecast-wise, we are expecting the chance for more showers and thunderstorms, so that's what we'll have to watch as we head through the remainder of our Father's Day. If you do need to get out and do some things this afternoon, maybe you're doing some yard work before you're having a family gathering, a cookout, maybe you're trying to hit the beach up, or you're playing some golf, you'll definitely want to watch the Fox Local app and the Fox 35 Storm Team app, and just keep your eyes to the radar in the sky, because I do think we're going to see some showers and thunderstorms developing as we progress through the remainder of our Father's Day. But at least right now, it looks beautiful, doesn't it? I feel like it's such a pretty looking view. We can see a few clouds out there, but the beach certainly getting a little more busy. That's our Hard Rock Hotel cam in Daytona, and we can see a lot more umbrellas now compared to what we had, say, halfway through Good Day Orlando around 9 in the morning. But it is going to be steamy. Thankfully, we do have some onshore flow, kind of getting a south to southeasterly breeze, and it did get a little stronger yesterday. We were actually out there on the beach ourselves, and it was really pretty. But during the afternoon, we were thankful because it felt a lot better. During the morning, it was pretty stifling out there, but once that sea breeze kicked in, it definitely started to feel a bit more refreshing. I'm looking if we have any sort of comments on YouTube or Facebook. Again, if you're joining us, thank you so much. We're on Fox Local, we're on Facebook, and we are on YouTube. And I'm just making sure I'm not seeing anything. I'm not seeing anything right now, but if anything comes to mind, please let me know. And hey, share some of your best dad and father memories. I would love to know. We were sharing photos too this morning of our dads, and I should have shared some when I was younger, but I shared a bunch of more recent photos. Morgan had some of her photos when she was younger, and it's always so fun to see. But I shared one on the golf course, and when I was up there most recently in April, we got some crabs. For those that don't know, I actually grew up in Maryland, so Maryland crabs, that was always one of our things that we loved to eat, especially on summer vacation. So we couldn't leave Maryland and couldn't go back to Florida without having some crabs. So we did that. Shared one of those photos. Shared a photo on the beach. That's another thing. My dad and I, we always were in the water constantly at the beach. We would sunbathe for sure, but we definitely were out there in the water for a lot of the time. So that's some good news. Beach plans getting out there now, looking pretty good. I do think we're going to have some showers and thunderstorms even in places like Daytona, though, as that sea breeze tries to work in. We'll show you that Fox model, that Futurecast, here in just a minute. But our little Skycam tour around Central Florida is showing a lot of sunshine so far and dry conditions. Now we do have the potential for those showers. Actually, let me get back to that. Jumped on me here a little bit. Let me go back to Fox 35 Storm Tracker radar. We can see there is some activity in the Gulf right now. We are seeing a few showers and thunderstorms. They've kind of lost their punch. There was a little more coverage earlier on this morning, but we can see a storm heading up toward the Big Bend right now, and I do think we're going to see some showers and thunderstorms trying to work off to the north and east around this ridge. This ridge of high pressure has been kind of driving our weather pattern. And notice how the storms, the clouds are moving to the northeast. They're moving clockwise around that ridge of high pressure. So that ridge has kept us hot, humid here, but it's also kept us a little drier. But our shower and storm chances have been coming from the sea breeze each and every day. So we've had those hit or miss showers and thunderstorms in that regard. All right, I'm hopping over to Facebook. I want to make sure I'm not missing any questions or comments. Ty, good morning to you. How's it going? Thanks for hopping on. Thanks for joining me. And please share. That gets as many eyes on this as we can, which is what we want. This is something we didn't do it yesterday. We had extended coverage on Fox Local with Garrett and Marley and Morgan throughout the day for the No Kings protests. But I'm going to be doing these Fox 35 weather extras, these breakfast chats every Saturday and Sunday morning right around 10:30. So be sure to hop on when you can. That's going to be our new goal each weekend. Alrighty, well, I'm not seeing any questions or comments right now, so that is good news. So we will press on here. And in just a few minutes, going to make sure how long I've been on. We'll take a little break on Fox Local. Let's see, in the next minute and a half, we'll take a couple minute break on Fox Local, but we'll keep going on Fox 35, the Facebook page and the YouTube page. Temperature-wise right now, already in the mid-80s, and it's not even 11 o'clock in the morning. The dew points have felt even worse when you factor in those with the heat. It's just made for this really uncomfortable feeling. We are expecting temperatures to continue to climb and stay a little bit above normal, but it's great for the beach. If you do have any beach plans, as we were hitting on just a moment ago, still a slim chance for showers and thunderstorms. The wave height's a little bit bigger. Yesterday we were out at New Smyrna, and we did notice that the waves, the rip current risk, it was certainly there. So just be sure you're swimming by a lifeguard stand. But the water felt great, I have to say. Had temperatures up close to 80. It might have been a little cooler than that yesterday at New Smyrna. It might have been in the mid to upper 70s. I did notice that when I hopped in the water myself. All right, Kathy, you're in Michigan and coming back then. Hello, good morning. I will get to that 7-day forecast here in just a moment. For those that are on YouTube and Facebook, stay with me. I'm going to take a little break here on Fox Local for just a couple of minutes, and we'll be right back. Alrighty, so we're staying on Fox Local, we're staying on YouTube, and I'll hang out on this on the beach forecast here until we get back on Fox Local. But a little piece of information, if you hadn't caught my shark story that I did, shark safety story, I was down at Discovery Cove, and this is a part of a brand new summer safety series that we're doing. So I'll be bringing you these stories every week. So the first one was shark safety. And I'm going to share that actually on my Facebook page. I did share a little clip. I was on Fox Weather. I shared that yesterday. So if you haven't caught that, go back and check that out. I did a longer story that went a little more in depth with just shark do's and don'ts and everything in that regard. But our next one is actually going to be rip current safety and beach flag safety, or what the flags mean. So I did a shoot there. So I'm going to be putting that together, and that'll be airing this Friday. So that'll be something to look forward to as well. But especially if you're not the strongest of swimmers, a rip current can take you away in a hurry, and it can be scary. It can cause panic, but that's why we always hit home on swimming by lifeguard stands, knowing what rip currents look like, and that's exactly what we were talking with the Beach Patrol about. So that's something that I'll be putting together here super soon. I have to write that and get that going for this week. All right, we'll be back on Fox Local in just about 20 seconds or so. So we will be joining them in just a moment. Hopefully everyone stuck around. But again, any questions you may have, any plans, throw them in the comments section. I'd love to know. I'd love to make the breakfast chat even bigger than just me talking. But of course I'm here to give you the weather updates as well. That's what we're always here to do. Alrighty. Okay. We are back on Fox Local. So you didn't miss too much. We were talking a little bit about rip currents and the summer safety series that I'm going to be doing here through the remainder of the summer. All right, back to the forecast. Just make sure you're looking at the Fox 35 Storm Team app or the Fox Local app this afternoon, because the sea breeze is going to help generate those showers and thunderstorms. All right, so maybe you have some plans with Dad if you're getting out to the theme parks this afternoon. Maybe you have an Animal Kingdom day planned, taking a little walk on the wild side. Actually, that's what we're planning to do. Haven't been to Animal Kingdom in a little while, so that we're going to get out there and do that. Hit or miss storms are on the table, so pack the poncho in the bag. And also with the heat, there's feels like temps going to jump back up into the upper 90s, low 100s. Drink plenty of water. Be sure you are bringing the sunscreen, all the safety things. Excuse me, right? To stay safe out at the parks. But water is certainly one of the big ones, because it's just going to feel sweltering out there. The rain will definitely cool things off if you can get it on a downpour, but hit or miss showers and thunderstorms in the forecast, and that goes for essentially all of us. Low to mid 90s. We hit 94 yesterday in Orlando, and it felt even worse with the higher dew points. If you get in on a little downpour, that will knock temperatures back just a little bit, but the onshore flow near the coast certainly going to help keep numbers a little cooler there. And tonight, continuing on with that uncomfortable humidity, mid to upper 70s. The air you can wear. Those showers and thunderstorms are going to start to fade away as we progress through the latter half of the night, the wee hours of our Monday. We'll see those start to diminish. We lose that daytime driven instability, and that'll be the trend like we saw last night. Now here's that Fox model, hour by hour, taking you through the rest of our Father's Day. Notice we start to see the showers and thunderstorms perking up a little bit. Not widespread, but I think better chances up closer to our Fox 51 locales. Lesser coverage the farther south and east. Now with this dominant onshore flow on the east coast, we can see that sea breeze get farther inland, meeting up with the west coast sea breeze. So usually we see more showers and thunderstorms across the heart of the peninsula, and that's likely what we'll be seeing here as we head through our Father's Day afternoon, our Father's Day night. And you can see a pretty good complex. Now we don't have a severe risk today. Not saying we can't get a rogue, strong, or severe storm. I think because of the instability in the air, the moisture in the air, we could see a few of these showers and thunderstorms producing some gusty wind. We have some dry air aloft, so with that, we can get some gusty wind to get down to the surface. Not a big hail concern, but torrential rain, lightning, and some gusty wind. Now you can see heading through 9, 10, 11 o'clock, these start to fade away. The Monday morning drive looking a lot better, but we're in this wash, rinse, and repeat kind of pattern here. So with that, I do think we're going to see more showers and thunderstorms possible on our Monday afternoon. We get through midday just fine, but if you have any summer camps, the kids are in summer camps, any sort of club sport practices during the afternoon and evening, we could see some of those storms trying to dampen those activities. But I do think that, same as today, they'll be hit or miss in nature, not a washout, but still could have some downpours, and those move away as we head into our Monday evening. Now, looking into the future, I do think that we are going to see above normal conditions late in the month. It looks like this ridge of high pressure, it could break down a little bit, and it looks like that may happen later next weekend, but overall there's a good chance of our temperature pattern staying above normal as we progress through our upcoming weekend and into really the next few weeks, looking down the pike toward the latter half of the month. And don't mind me, I'm looking at kind of all of our social media. If I look distracted, I'm just trying to make sure I'm not missing any comments. All right, I'm hopping over to my page. Not seeing anything on my Facebook page, but I see 20-ish of you watching, so thanks for hanging out with me. I appreciate it. And again, if you're just joining us, doing a little breakfast chat, a little weather update on Fox Local, Fox 35 YouTube, and Fox 35 Facebook, as well as my Facebook page. So please share, please comment if anything's on your mind. I would love to hear what you got planned the rest of the day, the rest of the week. If you're here on vacation, hopefully you're having a great time. All right, I know Kathy was asking about the forecast in Michigan because you're coming here. Well, I hope you have a great time here, Kathy. So, kind of like today, kind of like Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, slim chances of rain, but daily chances of rain. That's what we're looking at as we head through Tuesday and Wednesday. Summer officially begins on Friday, the summer solstice, which is just crazy because it feels like it was just spring, and we're already in the middle of June, and it is just going by so fast, in my opinion. But I feel like I say that every month. Now, a tidbit that some of you may not know. So, yes, summer officially begins this Friday on the 20th, but weather summer or meteorological summer actually began on June 1st, and that's what we're looking at in terms of the climate, in terms of our temperature pattern, our weather pattern, and that's really what we look at more or less. But astronomical summer, which is what the calendar says, of course, that is the official start of summer. That is on June 20th. All right, let's see. Making sure I'm not missing any comments here. I don't know why. Let's see. All right. Hello, Nancy. How are you? Thanks for hopping on. I appreciate it. All right, bopping over to YouTube, making sure I'm not missing anything here. I don't think we are. Okay. Well, we will have to take another couple-minute break here on Fox Local if you are watching us there. So we'll be back in just a couple of minutes on Fox Local. Stick with us. Don't go away. Bring your questions if you have any. Hop, while you're watching us on Fox Local, you can hop on Facebook or YouTube and bring some of those questions. All right. All right, we are taking a quick little break here on Fox Local, but we are still with you on Fox 35's YouTube page, my Facebook page, and Fox 35's Facebook page. I was trying to pull up some of our trenders this morning. One of them, I'm going to see if I can do that right now. I don't know if we have it on our website, but I'm going to try and see if I can do that. Let's see. Fox 35. Pitbull. Well, I'll just talk about it, and you can comment, because I don't think I see it on our website. But for those of you that don't know the artist Pitbull, maybe you've heard some of his songs. So Morgan and I were talking about that this morning, and the new trend is that people going to Pitbull shows are dressing up as Mr. Worldwide, and that's what they call him. So they'll put on a bald cap, they'll put on like a tuxedo. So that was a fun story we were talking about this morning. I'm trying to think, another story we had was fishing licenses are free today on Father's Day, which is super fun. So if you want to take that out for a fishing trip, I believe they're free all across the state. Let me see here. I'm going to look it up, make sure. But I believe that is the case, if I'm not mistaken. I've actually have not fished. I haven't fished since I was like 6 years old. I was telling Morgan that story. That was another dad story we had because we were just talking about our dads and all the fun memories this morning on Good Day Orlando. But I haven't fished since then, and I had a little Scooby-Doo fishing rod and was fishing at a little pond behind our house. We caught a fish. My dad and I and my brother, we cooked it up that night. So that's my one fishing story. Let's see. Fishing license. I think this is... Yeah, it looks like it's just... I think it might have been a Father's Day, like a special thing for Father's Day, which is super cool. So love that. If you do fish and you're an angler, that is super cool. And that was kind of our big trending stories. I think there was one more. It was a little funny, super cute cop story. I believe it might have been in Tampa. I think it was a driver getting pulled over, but the officer and the driver saved a little kitten who was trying to cross the road, and they actually got that little kitten. I think his name was Barry, if I'm not mistaken. It was Barry or Bradley. They got him into a shelter, and thankfully the driver got a warning. So those were some of our top trending, our trending stories that we had this morning on Good Day Orlando. But let me look, because I'm always curious about our fun trending stories. The one that we were actually talking about on Good Day Orlando the other day was actually, I feel like we're always talking about food. It was a food-related story. And speaking of, I'm going to bring back Fox Local right now off our break. Okay. Alrighty, we are back on Fox Local. Welcome back. We were just talking about top trending stories, and one that I was talking about on Good Day Orlando yesterday, or I believe, actually it wasn't yesterday. The days just run together sometimes. I think that was Wednesday, was the new Chick-fil-A duo of chicken sandwiches that they're bringing out. Let me know what you think. It was a barbecue sandwich, a barbecue Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich, then I believe a jalapeno and ranch chicken sandwich that they're bringing out. But let's see. I'm not seeing anything super crazy right now. I'm just kind of scrolling through, because you love to bring some of the fun stories, right? But I'm trying to think. We were also talking about, which was really cool in my opinion, how much the theme parks actually employ here in Florida. Myself, Ryan, and Stephanie were talking about that. I believe Disney employs 1 in 8, which is crazy. So that's kind of a super cool little tidbit. Also, I'm just making sure I'm not missing any questions or comments. If you have anything, please throw them in. I'm not seeing anything. I'm checking YouTube. Not seeing anything over there. But I appreciate you all watching. Thank you so much for hopping on. I know it's Father's Day. I know you guys might be doing some fun things with the fam this afternoon, celebrating your dads and all of our father figures out there. All right, I'm not seeing anything on my page either. I just want to check and make sure I'm not missing any comments. But please, if you have anything on the top of your head, throw it in. I think for us, again, if you missed it, I think we're going to go to Animal Kingdom today. I think that's going to be our little plan for our Sunday. And then tomorrow I'll actually be on Fox 35 in the morning for Good Day Orlando. I'll be doing the traffic and the weather and Good Day Orlando Extra as well. So be sure to tune in. Would love that. And hey, while we're talking about fun Father's Day plans, what was your go-to grilling of choice? I feel like for us it was always hot dogs and hamburgers, but I feel like that's any barbecue. When we were grilling, I feel like any Springer cookout, it was always hot dogs, hamburgers, and I feel like that was what, I don't know, if I haven't talked to my dad yet. I'm going to give him a call here actually in just a little bit and see what they have planned. I'm sure they'll be going out to dinner in celebrating Father's Day. Well, let me leave us here on our Father's Day planner here, because it also will talk a little bit about the feels like temps, because it is still just going to be brutal this afternoon. Feels like temps getting back into the low triple digits once again. It is going to be uncomfortable out there, so that's why I was hitting home on drinking plenty of water. And also, just think about your pets too, because it's hard enough on them when you get them out in the morning or the afternoon when it's this hot, but the pavement, the blacktop, the sidewalk gets so hot. And it's funny, I was thinking about this yesterday. Actually, I was driving and I saw a dog out on a walk. And I felt so bad because I felt like that dog was so hot. So always think about your furry friends as well. So, hi Mary, how are you? Good afternoon or good morning to you and Miko. Thanks for hopping on. I appreciate it. Alrighty, well I think I'll hang out for just a few more minutes. So if you have anything, if you want to ask me any questions, anything weather-wise, please throw it on in. But I appreciate all of you that have joined. Thank you so much. Let's see, make sure. I think it's been... Yeah, we've been going for about 28 minutes. I'll hang out for another minute or so. But I hope you have a wonderful rest of your Father's Day too, whatever that may be. Whether it's hanging out with Dad, cooking, grilling, hanging out by the pool, taking a hike. And again, please be sure to share this. If you have any questions or comments and you see this video later, try to comment and I'll try to get back to you as quick as I can. But we're going to be doing these every weekend if the news and weather allows it, so to speak. I know yesterday I was not live because we had extended coverage for the protests with Garrett, Marley, and Morgan all day long, which was wonderful, bringing you all of that. But this will be our our daily thing on Good Day Orlando weekends, Saturday and Sunday. But I think I'm going to leave you with that. Have a great rest of your Sunday, a great Dad's Day. Celebrate all of our dads and father figures out there. We appreciate you. You are loved, and we wouldn't be who we are without all of you. All right, have a great